when government is acting with violence and impunity, what does he expect from the people? Esther, you can see every time, obey government. Does government obey the law? The matter is in court, and the court has said, look, let there be what? Let the status quo remain until, even if at the end of the day, yes, you will still have their way, but give these people ample chance. Let it be that, yes, all the issues have been exhausted. But Esther, they didn't wait. They did not wait. And I think I heard the Lagos State government denying or whatever.
That they have nothing to do with it.
Now, Esther, listen.
Well, we saw some videos
Esther,
of persons being compensated.
Listen very well. You see this estate at Magodo, at Ketu. You see that estate? Magodo GRA. The court ruled on that land because the owners of that land gave it to government because they said they want to build a general hospital there. That was in the days of the military. But the military, for one reason or the other, they did not use that land again until they left. They left to the government.
All right, so don't worry, we'll look extensively
so all of a sudden, somebody now
into this tomorrow. We talked about it yesterday, Paris. We have some topics, and I actually want to
tell you something here. Listen.
Okay.
When the bulldozer rode in to destroy that estate so that the owners of the land can take their land back, the governor, in the middle of the night, came to stop them. Are you getting me? So why didn't he go and stop these other people and say, no, there is a court order, don't do this thing? Abi, have you seen where I'm going now? But he was able to go and stop some people from taking their land with the court judgment. So you can see the contradiction. So when anybody come and tell you lie, remind him of what happened yesterday. Maybe that will solve the problem. Remind him.
Okay, Professor Darlington, so Natasha,
there is hierarchy in the army and police.
But we didn't hear any report of that happening before this. You said you're sure that when they widen the investigation.
You didn't hear me. Listen very well.
I didn't hear you.
Whenever they appoint all these IGP, chief of army staff, this and that.
But this one was just recent now after they disclosed what they disclosed.
Hold on. Do you remember what happened in the Brigade of Guard? When they removed 15 senior officers.
When?
They were asked to go.
When now, Paris?
You tell me when. I'm telling you something. You're asking me when.
Paris, how recent? And we're relating to what happened now.
What happened before? Can bring about what is going on now. So
you said you're certain that if they widen the investigation,
yes, they will discover that some disgruntled elements that were removed from their seat prematurely, they are not happy. They will never be happy. That's what I'm telling you here. Did you see how the Rockos when the IGP was appointed? And,
so are you saying that this could be the reason why this thing happened? Look, we don't want to speculate on that. We
are not speculating, but this thing happened.
Let's look at what is unfolding. Let's look at what is unfolding. Let's look at now what is unfolding. All right?
Did it happen or not?
Barrister Darlington.
No, this thing I'm telling you, did it happen or not? That's the question.
And so, can we look at what is unfolding right now and the details that transpired?
I am telling you what we know, what has happened, what we can verify.
Barrister Darlington. Oh my God. You see, I just want you to please pay attention to this video. Watch this video to the end. Just take your time, watch it. Listen to Barrister Darlington on this. I just want to ask if you agree with what he said or you disagree with him. Or what do you think about even the Esther herself? What do you think? What is your... Just, you know, sometimes people find it difficult to understand Barrister Darlington. You know, Barrister Darlington, he understand what he's saying. Do you understand? When Barrister Darlington is talking, you just need to allow him to talk, to make his point. Sometimes, even if you are not going to take everything he's saying 100%, but you need to listen very well, understand what he's saying, allow him to make his point. So I just want you to take your time, listen to a lot of issues. This, especially the issue of Coup alleged, and the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, so will they alleged protests and what is going on. So leave your honest opinion. Leave your honest comment. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We'll come back and talk about it.
Has decided to play the politics the right way. A couple of persons said it's a way of showing that there is peace and there is no more toxicity between she and the Senate president. So she reached out to the Senate president and signaled, you know, that I'm actually commissioning some projects and I'm inviting you to come and commission the project. And it was Godswill Akpabio that read it in the House. So some analysts like yourself believe that some persons have spoken to her that for now she should not be in the limelight and she needs to work along in tandem with the system. But this is coming just as Godswill Akpabio's sister-in-law, that's the brother's wife, has been spilling a lot. She's not just speaking now, she's been speaking for a very long time. But when they said she was excommunicated, she really got angry. She really went into it and said a lot of things about Godswill Akpabio. Some persons who were close to him alleged that some of the things she said is true, but some persons said whatever it is she's saying, she must bring proof. Now the next thing is, should Godswill Akpabio sue her? What is the next line line of action, because she has been speaking since, and there was no legal action taken against her beyond the excommunication thing. And she's saying, your cup is full. I have your cup in my hand. You think you can excommunicate me or my husband, who is a true blue blood, you know, in terms of their royal lineage? And she actually said quite a lot of things. So again, controversies have been trailing the Senate president, from Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan to a couple of issues coming up against his person. And a couple of people think that has made the Senate look adulterated. You know, the sanctity of the seat he occupies, it's no longer being revered. What's your take on that?
Esther, if you ask me, I think somehow Natasha is indirectly celebrating herself, because somebody have taken the battle out of her.
Who is the person that took the battle out of her?
The Patricia that is ranting. You know,
she's ranting.
Yeah, the lady that is now exposing Akpabio. I think we are yet to hear more drama. You know, I told you one story one time about a young man who came from US to contest election in Akwa Ibom. You know, and what happened? How they trained him to church he went to, and somehow the guy managed to escape, and they now arrested the mother and told her, tell your son to come back or else we'll kill you. Of course, the woman did not budge, and they killed her. It happened in Akwa Ibom. So, when things like this happen, you see, Esther, you know, I've already told you, evil have a way of coming back to you, no matter how long it takes, Esther. Seriously, when God said, whatever you sow, you reap, you think it's a joke, Abi? Go back to our history, even in recent time. Go and check. All the macho men of yesterday, where are they today? Esther, where are they? It will come to pass. Don't deceive yourself. No matter how powerful you think you are, all the evil you did in your quest for power and fame, it will definitely haunt you. Did you believe that somebody from Akpabio clan will come out and say those things, Esther? Did you believe? I'm sure if Natasha have said any of those things, they will say, you this woman, who told you? But now, because he's coming home, nobody will take it serious or something. Even Akpabio may not even dare to sue her because of the consequences.
So that means whatever it is she's allergen may have some elements of truth in it.
That lady cannot be joking. Seriously, because she was giving references, mentioning names.
I'm telling you.
She was mentioning names.
Shut up.
All these things, did you know about them?
Can she come to Nigeria like this with all of this?
No, did you know about them? Why didn't she pick on any other member of the family? If you look at it, in fact, 80 to 90% of what she said is correct. It's very, very correct. It's just that nobody will probe, nobody will look into it. In a seller clan, because of all those things, Akpabio would have been asked to go and wait for a bit. Let us look into this matter. But nobody will do that. She's already claiming that the woman is insane. Of course.
Yes.
So from the way she's ranting, you can conclude. But the woman is making sense. It's just that the way she presented her case, it now look as if the woman is a noisemaker. You know.
In what way would she have presented her case to have not sounded like someone who is
quietly, and all, you know, quietly. I pray for her life, because there are loyalists who may do certain things and they claim it's Akpabio. You know, something like that can happen.
Wait, loyalists will do certain things and claim it's Akpabio?
Yes, now there are people who love you so much and they wouldn't want you to be disgraced by anybody. So if you say anything about their idol, they will come after you now. Even the idol may not even know. That's the truth. That's how these things happen. So maybe because he's far away in the US and all that. But I believe that people should look into some of the things she said. Yes, they should look into some of the things she said.
Now,
because one leaders with good record, Esther. Look, when you have a leader with good record, it permeates down to the downtrodden. You know, when you are a big influence to a certain class of people in your community and all that,
sure,
it helps. People look up to you. It helps. But when your lifestyle is influencing you into doing certain things, Esther, is not good. Seriously, it's not good. It's very, very dangerous.
Okay, so let's look at a particular lawmaker dragging the military to court. According to the lawmaker, he believes that he's a member of Osun State House of Assembly, Kami Ajibola. He took the Nigerian military to court over the recent allegations of a coup attempt. Now, a couple of people believe that ruffled the feathers, okay, within the inner caucus of the presidency. Others believe that it is not as exaggerated or as we make it to seem, it's not as serious. But then the president does not want to give it a sleight of the hand. He doesn't want, when you hear something like that, you don't joke with it. And investigations have been ongoing, and a lot is being uncovered. After the president did a reshuffle within his cabinet, that names are now being mentioned. Initially, we heard a particular Nasarawa former governor was involved, but now there are certain high-profile individuals within the NDDC that are being mentioned. One of them is a former Minister of Petroleum for State, and that's Timi Silva. Although he's not in the country, he's outside the country, and I think he was once a governor, right, as well. Now, he actually came out to disclose to the press that yes, the military raided his home, but he has no connection with what transpired. He doesn't have any inkling to it. Okay, now the military also traced about 45 billion naira worth of transactions within the NDDC, possibly within the stipulated period that the supposed 16 detained officers were unveiled. And with what actually is going on, there are talks that okay, initially they thought a certain region would be responsible for it, but as it is looking now, it's not something anyone expected. So let's just say there's no big deal to it, but the people being fingered, based on the information we are getting about the investigation, are persons from the South and specifically the Ijo group. Is it possible that there is any link of certain persons that we may know, and what exactly is the grand plan? What could have been the grand plan? Because you have a South person as a number 3 citizen. Okay, you have another South person as the FCT minister. A couple of persons will say they are the ones actually quite close to the APC, like they are quite close to the president. So what do you think would have elicited this?
Esther, you know, no coup can be carried out by the military without a civilian component.
Really?
No coup. In fact, if you remember when Abiola was ITT chairman, that was even what brought his friendship with Babangida very closer. They always use him. And so, these civilians they are mentioning now, if you check very well, they must have played a role. You know, the military, financially, they are not up there. But the political leadership, they have access to funds. Like no military man can go to NDDC now and access funds. But the civilian leadership, especially if you are with the APC government, you can access money there. In fact, that place was under Agbabi. It was a special purpose vehicle. You know, so that is why NDDC came, because you cannot even carry out a coup without the finance. You remember Ogboru? It was in his fish factory at Ikorodu that they were loading the armor tank they were supposed to use. You understand? So when civilians are mentioned like that, it means that there is actually modicum of truth, because the transactions, like they said, the Silva did a transaction of $20 million. The question is, you are not in government now, Silva. What is your own with NDDC?
Because beyond just Timi Silva and NDDC, is that authorities disclosed very recently that a naval officer and 2 Air Force personnel. Authorities disclosed that maybe some source within the authorities, because normally they don't like to indicate their names. It's across most media outlets, Sahara Reporters, Punch, they're all reporting this. Now, apparently, a naval officer and 2 Air Force personnel were among the detained officers, while the others are from the Nigerian Army. The authoritative source identified the naval personnel as Lieutenant Commander B. Abdullahi. The Abdullahi is of the 56 regular corps of the Nigerian Defense Academy. The detained officers drawn from the Army, Navy and Air Force have been held for over 3 weeks in a particular undisclosed facility in Abuja, and order what sources describe as unusual and suspicious conditions. So that as it is right now, they have revealed, based on the investigations and grilling they are undergoing, that an alleged leader of the plot, it was led by one Lieutenant Colonel Almakura and a couple of others, including they also indicted Timi Silva, the NDDC as well, for funneling or channeling funds. Do you think there's a political leaning to this entire order? What is the derivative out of this whole thing?
And Esther, I'm sure when they widen the investigation, you see this idea of pulling officers out of the military prematurely is not good.
You say you're sure when they widen the investigation?
Yes, when they widen, they will discover that some...
Which military officers did they pull out?
Esther, whenever they appoint a junior officer, the seniors will have to leave the force, either police or army.
Which junior officer?
Esther, when you take people from, you know, the other issues we cannot, but I'm telling you that...
What other issues that we cannot verify?
That is why I tell you that if they widen their investigation, these other people, the way they were removed from the force, maybe...
Which people, barrister? Which people are you referring to?
These other military officers that were removed when they... Oh, God.
No, now that's...
Were you not here when they were appointed?
Barris, which ones? Which ones are you referring to? Are you
both military, police, and all these other
people? The new ones or the ones
other
before?
one they did. The other one they did.
Okay.
Well, is it that day they removed them that they will become planning whatever? Is it that day? You were here when some officers were asked to go. When their juniors were appointed. You didn't hear. Why are you asking me when did it happen? When did it happen?
Let's
but it was happening now.
Because we were trying to speak on what could have led to this
but I am telling you, yes, what could bring about disgruntlement.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no way they will be happy. There's no way. including those who have been their promotion have been stifled.
But the persons now that are being fingered in this whole thing, for example, a particular Lieutenant Colonel Almakura, that one has already gotten to that level now. 2 Air Force personnel, one from Bayelsa State and the other from Jigar. Also a naval officer whose name is B. Abdullahi, 56 RC. That is the rank that he belongs to. So these persons are kind of top persons in the military.
They are still investigating.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, the military have been denied that there's no coup.
Yes.
So
we're getting out more.
You can see now. So they are now left out with speculation.
This is not speculation, sir. It's all across. If you check most of the media, sir, it's all across. I need you not to say speculation about this.
They have not come out to say anything. But from body movement and from their investigation, the way it's going, there was a coup. It's just that it did not succeed. If not, why are you arresting and questioning these people and all that?
But it's the military that is investigating it based on what Punch report is saying right now. Because if it was as sensitive or not to be talked about, this medium wouldn't report it.
That's what I'm telling you now. But they don't want to come out clean. It's only when they come out clean now that you say, maybe after investigation.
Military investigation into the alleged coup has reportedly uncovered a trail of 45 billion naira disbursed from the bank accounts of Niger Delta Development Commission. So are you saying that what could have started this about disgruntled officials who were supposed to be promoted and were not promoted?
There must be reason now. There must be reason. Not that particular one. I said those officers may be included. That's why I said when they widen their investigation, you will discover that some officers that have left are included. Is that not what I said here? So you cannot rule it out. There's no way they will be happy. There may be other reasons, but those ones must be included.
But what could be the political leaning to this?
The political leaning is because of where the political leadership is going. Esther, seriously, I don't like this type of government that we are seeing today. It's not what we asked for. We didn't bargain for this. More so when this political leadership is trying to hijack everything. They have taken over. Look at how all the governors are running to one party. Esther, in the history of this country, have you seen such a thing? No, I mean, virtually, it's not one or two, almost all of them. Then where are you? Where do you think we are going? No, Esther, with what is happening now, where do you think we are going? Or are you waiting until the head is off before you now talk? There's nothing you can do when the head is off. There's nothing you can do when the night comes and you say you are pursuing a black sheep. You can't get it. So these are things that may trigger some people and say, no, the direction these people are going, that's not what we want to. That's not what you want. Seriously. Esther, how do you allow people with baggages to come into your party? When Oshomola said, if you come into our party, your sins are forgiven, and for that statement alone, every other person that is going into that, go and check their background.
So we're saying
they have one issue or the other with
the ruling party is the one involved or causing whatever unhabitable situation is ongoing within the opposition.
Esther, who do they want to overthrow? Is it not the government in power now? Why are you asking me such a question?
I have to ask because
now it's obvious now. Who do they want to overthrow?
How massive the defection is just every day. Do you know that in Enugu right now, all of them are APC members, all of them. And if a governor defecting, he wants all those under him.
That is what I'm saying. Yes, people. Yes, you and I may be here talking and speculating and analyzing, but there are some people they don't have stomach for all these things now because this is no longer democracy. That's the truth. What we have is no longer democracy at all. Anybody that want to deceive himself may say yes, it's not. Esther, it is not. Seriously. We never had it so bad that we don't have opposition. So if PDP was behaving like this, do you think APC would have come up? No, Esther, be sincere to yourself. If PDP had behaved like this in office, do you think we have opposition, not to talk of APC?
But what stops the opposition from learning strategy?
Learning what? You are very difficult for them to even do anything. Whenever they want to go and hold meeting, Esther, you go and scatter it. But when APC want to hold their own, they are with peace. Nobody will disturb them. What does that tell you, Esther? No, tell me, what does that tell you? Is that the type of democracy you want to build? No, look at it yourself.
The president has always maintained that he's one of the founding fighters of ensuring democracy in the country. How would somebody who fought for democracy?
That is why I am very wary. Hold on. That is why I am very wary of this protest. That we don't even know the meaning of where it's going. People you have used it to deceive Nigerians in the past when they say they are in Nadeko, they are fighting for democracy. They are fighting for. You can see it. You can see the result. So anybody that want to protest now without any meaning, without reasonable result, count me out. Esther, count me out because that's how they do it.
Have you been part of any protest before?
What?
Count me out.
This one I'm doing here, what is it? Do you need to go on the road and they shouting like a madman? Leave that thing, please.
Barrister, protesting inside studio. Is that protesting?
Oh, when you are being watched and listened to the whole worldwide, what are you doing?
That's your own activism.
Of course. It will get to any part of the world. Do you think they even like those? Esther, they even hate most of us more than those people who protest in the street. Are you aware? Because what you're saying is going wide. It's going wider. They listen to this analysis more. Because the protest 1 or 2 days is over. But this analysis, it goes into their hearts. Because you are telling them what they are doing, and which is not right. Esther, when Amnesty International went to the Southeast to see what was going on there before they condemned it, did you protest in the Southeast over it? No, did you? Is it not documents? Is it not paper that they showed them? They brought to their notice that they went to investigate it. Even when the federal government was telling them, no, don't say that to this, they said, no, we stand by our word because we went there, we investigated, we saw the houses of people that were sacked. We saw the people that were killed. We saw villages that were ransacked. So we stand by our words. Esther, because of that move now, peace is returning to the South. Is that not true? No, is that not true? You will not talk now. So look at it. So when you package, hold on, when you package things in the right way and send it to the right quarters, Esther, it will make an impact. I am telling you, it will make an impact all over the world. That is how things are done. No government want to be forced to do something. As I've said it here, no government anywhere in the world would like to be forced to do anything. But when you engage them in intellectual battle, they will surrender. This in the truth of the US, was it protest? Was it not all the evidence they took about genocide that they sent to that place? Is that not true? Look at how the government was rattled over that issue. Look at how it was about it here. You want to force somebody to do something? No. Meet him on the intellectual battle. He will, in fact, he will be ashamed. By the time you send documents to the right places, they will look at it and say, so this thing is going on in Nigeria. Discussion will start. Oh, now look at it. After all those things, now look at the outcome, Esther. I was thinking that after the protest, Nnamdi Kanu will come out that day. I was thinking so. But look at how they have messed that man's case up now. The thing has gone haywire. We don't even know what
his case up. Who makes his case up?
You have started now. You're asking me.
I'm just asking.
You're asking me.
So we have clarity.
If not for that protest and the way it turned out, do you think this thing would have happened?
What thing would have happened?
This thing that started all of a sudden. Give him 6 days to start his case, and after 6 days, they will rule on the matter.
No, Barrister. Let's.
They gave him 6 days.
Barrister, calm down. Let's go back in time.
Was it planned before now? Was it planned? Was he given a date before that protest? Was he given a date?
Hold on. Nnamdi Kanu was supposed to open his defense. Then he talked about his health.
When was he? Hold on, please listen. I said, was it given a date? This stampede that happened after the protest, was it on the card before? No, tell me, was it not out of anger that the federal government did what they did?
How are you sure? The federal government
was there a date given to him before that?
Let's look at the timeline.
Was there a date given to him?
Barrister, calm down, relax. Let's look at things from this purview. All right. The last time after the prosecuting counsel was done with exhibiting their witnesses, it was now time for the defense counsel to present their witnesses. There was a stall, and then Nnamdi Kanu talked about his health. Now the health situation, Barrister, hold on. The health situation went on for a while. The NMA was called in to check on his health to know if he can proceed with the trial. Eventually, with their submission, they said Nnamdi Kanu is fit to proceed. Then the court now said, you need to open your defense. And we're giving you 6 days to do that. It was during that health situation. Yes, at that time the court already said so. So it was during the health situation that Omoyele Sowore was like, you know what? Those people have a plan. Let's organize a protest. He needs to be freed. Are you saying that protest he organized is what is accelerating the trial? No,
there is no place in the history of this type of litigation that you stampede a defendant to start his defense in 6 days. I mean, this type of defense that you ought to give the man ample time to prepare for his defense. You now stampeded him for 6 days. What is the justice here? Is that not out of provocation? They say, okay, since you want to, we are going to do it this way. 6 days, they stampeded him. How can you prepare for your defense in 6 days, Esther?
So you're saying that the protest is what has supposedly
aggravated? But within that period, did they give him date before that day? That is what I'm saying. If there was a date and they later changed it, I was okay. Why did you not change the date? They didn't give him.
So you're saying that protest was wrong. It wasn't supposed to take place.
Because it didn't yield any fruit. It didn't. It never yielded any fruit. Did you look at the fact
that it was now being talked about?
It did not yield any fruit. It did not. Seriously. Meanwhile, the other way would have achieved a better result. A better result, because all the achievement we have gained, it was not through protest, Esther. All the things we have gained, it was not through protest. What are you telling me? It was not through protest. It wasn't. Let nobody challenge me now.
You said all the things we have gained was not through protest.
It was not.
It was through what then?
It was not.
It was through what? If all the things we have gained is not through protest, you're speaking about Nigeria in this situation. If it was not through protest, then it was through what, sir?
Esther.
Sir?
I want to ask you a question.
No, I'm asking you a question.
Hold on. This thing that they reversed now by the president.
Okay.
Was it a protest?
Well, Nigerians cried out.
Intellectual engagement. Yes. Intellectual engagement can solve a lot of problems, Esther.
So you're saying we got into where we are now through intellectual engagement.
Why did you release drug pushers? We will not agree. Why did you remove this woman who killed her husband? We will not agree. But because of what you did in the social media, did the government hear it? Did they hear about it? Esther, didn't they? So what are you telling me now? And I told you that no government like to be stampeded. No government. You have not answered that question. Show me one government they want to do anything and it has to be by force because you said it by force.
Can you remember the whole Niger Delta militancy situation? Was there an intellectual engagement before late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua decided to look for a way to resolve the imbroglio?
Government, you took that route because of what they are benefiting from the Niger Delta.
Government took the route of dialogue.
Yeah, because of what they are getting there.
But before dialogue, we saw what happened. Asari Dokubo, they were all part of those who made that place ungovernable.
Government had to listen because both within and outside, it is agreed that Niger Delta has been shortchanged. Meanwhile, the gold, the money we are getting in Nigeria is from there. That was why Yar'Adua took that route. Esther, it doesn't not make sense to you. Was it even government that Niger Delta, did they force them to bring amnesty? No. They were talking of developing their region and cleaning up Golila. That's not what they asked for. But the government, in their own wisdom, in order to keep these boys quiet, they need to give them amnesty so that they can lay down their arms. Is that not what happened? That one is different from this particular issue. This is a case that is going on in court. Don't go and spoil it. Let the court process continue. You cannot stop it by whatever you think you want to. You cannot. The government cannot say, okay, we are not prosecuting again, or you take him away. Esther, can such a thing happen? Well, can it happen? What are you telling me here? A matter is going on in court. Follow it up. After the federal high court, it will still go to even appeal back before it will now go to the Supreme Court. Is that not true? The matter will not end at the federal high court now.
No, it will
not end there. So we have two windows. So it is when you hear where the matter is going, you cannot say, I bring up, or even if at all. But by the time these two windows are exhausted, Nnamdi Kanu will be free. And I said it here severally.
By the time the two windows are exhausted, you'll be free?
What are you telling me? What case did they have against him? What did they have against him?
Embarrassing. You'll be so shocked.
So, but what I'm saying is that the way the thing turned out now, all the injuries that have happened now, who will bear the brunt? Esther, who will bear the brunt? Do you think Nnamdi Kanu will be happy to see that his lawyer died or whatever, or anything happened to any of the people that is dear to him or his brother?
But nothing happened to his lawyers. He was one who sacked his lawyers, which is what brought the confusion about him refusing to present any witness. That's why I'm still wondering how you think the protest is what has supposedly mutilated his case.
You mean the government was not disturbed by that protest, asking for his release when the matter is in court, Abi? You think the government is not worried? It's not even angry? No, tell me. You think they are not angry and they stampeded him, or you start your defense 6 days you have? No, tell me. If that was not done out of anger, Nnamdi Kanu have been peacefully going to court, following the process and all that, because those people they release in prison, it's not because of good conduct that they release them, Esther.
Because of good conduct.
It's not because of good conduct. You now want to bring look, Esther, don't let me say things here. That good conduct would have even earned him the freedom we are looking for. If they look at his conduct and the way he has been cooperating and all that, they will come when I say, please, Mr. Man, go home. You want to go and do Aluta? Is this a student union? A serious matter like this, that is the process is going on. If nothing is being done, Esther, this process would have made sense to me. If they don't keep Nnamdi Kanu in perpetual detention without any action, but the matter is going on in court, and you want the government to just stop the process and then release Nnamdi Kanu? Come on.
All right, Barrister Darlington. Well, the case is in court as it stands now. Nnamdi Kanu will appear in court on the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And if he doesn't present any witnesses, it means that what the prosecuting counsel presented would be what the judge would look into. A couple of legal practitioners say that was a very dangerous move, and they don't know who advised him. Some persons feel that Nnamdi Kanu was threatened. We heard talks that a day before a Monday, because he made that statement on Friday. On Thursday, he released the names of these political elites, whom we know. Some have immunity, some don't. And then on Friday, he proceeded by establishing their names, and the court approved all these individuals to serve as witnesses. Then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we heard him say no, that there is no case against him. So we heard that before he came to court on Friday, he was supposedly harassed by one of the officials, that is one of the DSS officials, that this could be possibly a way through which it changed his mind. There is no certainty about that. But if you consider the risk that was taken and the decision he took at the latter moment, would you say that he was ill-advised, and or possibly somebody, as one of his legal counsels, decided to let him know that, you know what, don't go about it this way? Because if you say no case submission is tricky, I mean, Barrister Inibehe Effiong actually talked about it, and what he did was very tricky. There were two options provided. So I remember you said that you were also confused with his decision on Monday.
That
his decision about no longer presenting the witnesses, that he says there is no case, a no case submission, meaning that the prosecuting counsel, whatever they presented will have to be relied on.
And I said, what about it on Monday?
No, you said you were confused by his decision.
Because like I told you, at a point in time, Nnamdi Kanu would need his lawyers. There's no doubt about that, because he had done it before. He once sacked all his legal representatives. Later he brought them, so he would need them. There's no doubt about it, because I have looked at it from both sides. there's no way Nnamdi Kanu can handle the technicalities involved. It's not possible.
But he sounded confident like he
Sorry?
would. He sounded confident like he would.
When he did it for the first time, he sounded confident. And some people say, yes, he took a very good decision. Yes. You know, one thing with people is that I don't understand. They can lead you into a very serious problem and you won't even know. Whatever he does, they say, yes. In fact, the decision is very good.
Nnamdi Kanu has a very good following, almost a cult.
It's not
following.
enough. Look,
and anything he says will be taken as a biblical term.
Listen very well. There was a day Nnamdi Kanu came to court and in fact, he went berserk. He was insulting everybody, telling the statistics that who is that person, who is that idiot that will talk when he's talking. After all that outburst, it was a pressure that time. I went to my this and I said, look, Nnamdi Kanu, if this is a joke, don't try it again. And I went all out. There are nothing
have you considered his psychological state?
After that, I even told the lawyer, tell him not to make this statement again. After that, the following conversation, Nnamdi Kanu recanted. That was where he now apologized to everybody he offended. It's on record. Go to that YouTube that you see it there. He apologized to everybody.
Yeah, he did.
And after that, the case started.
It resonated. Now he was not happy with the way his case was dealt with.
Oh God, it's not enough.
Did you consider his psychological state of mind?
Don't use your anger and spoil your case. I'm telling you something.
Well, Barrister, he's a human being, and he felt that whenever it comes to his case, the law is usually twisted or things are not done right, and that was what led to his reaction.
I said, don't assume things like that. No. Telling me that he does not.
He said it in court, Barrister.
But whether you like it or not, the court will have to look into this matter. It is the court, not your outburst.
Was that outburst not something that made Justice Binta Nyako recuse herself?
No, you didn't get it. Oh, you are not listening to me.
I'm listening.
I said when he did that thing, I reprimanded him. It's on record. Go to the YouTube, you see it there. The following concession, Nnamdi Kanu apologized to everybody he has insulted. He apologized.
Yes, he did.
Hey, don't look at what I said.
So you're saying it is what you said
whether
that made him to apologize?
Whether it is me or not, but I said it.
You said it.
I said it is on record.
But said it.
Yes, I reprimanded him. And I told the lawyer, tell him not to make this statement again.
You told the lawyer.
How can you be insulting those who will help you? Who will help you? Insulting all the Southeast governors and all that. I said it. And he later recanted and apologized to everybody.
Okay.
The third session now, they now brought another judge, Omotosho, to handle this case. Go and look at the trajectory. Go and look at the trajectory of events.
All right, Mr. Darlington, we've heard you.
Esther. You see, the problem is, Esther sometimes is busybody too much. She took the rush. She should not be allowed Barrister Darlington to talk, to make his point before you jump in again. That's the problem. You don't allow him to make his point so that you understand. But when you pay attention, allow him to finish, make point, you understand what he's saying. And the one thing you like Barrister Darlington for, when he's talking, he always give you references, what has happened before, and is what is playing now, what is happening now. He give you instances. You see, this issue of Coup alleged is no longer alleged again, allegedly that it happens, just that they did not succeed. That is it. And when military came out, after they said 16 officers were arrested, they later came out again to say those officers, it was not equal, it was because of exam disciplinary action, because they failed to write a promotional exam, whatever. See, no officer, no military will tell you or tell the world that coup indeed happened in Nigeria. No. For security purposes, for protection of the country, for protection of the country, the government, and for international sake. Do you understand? So the military will not tell you. Now, they are not going to tell you it did happen, but with their body language and what has been happening after that happens, followed by reshuffle cabinets, followed by Tinubu reshuffles a cabinet by changing service chiefs. That one alone, it makes you understand that it did happen. Do you understand? So, because if the military chief at that day, Christopher Musa, will not tell you that military actually happened. This no. For international sake, for them to not to look at Nigeria other way around or something, or for foreign investors, if at all anyone is coming, things like that. Do you understand? No country, any country that foreign investor, any country that is military coup takes over, even some of the foreign investors, if care is not taken, they will leave. How much more others you are expecting others? Once they hear that, they will be scared. Even if there is anyone on any planning for anyone to sign deal, once they hear that, they will stop, because they can't. Most of them, they are scared. They can't operate in a military country. Do you understand? So that's the reason why they didn't tell you. And Esther, Barrister Dality, you guys behaving as if you got the husband and wife in the studio. In the studio. How Barrister Dality to say something and make his point? And again, there's no coup attempt without civilian. Yes, that's right. And again, it is not, the coup is not being carried out by the senior officers. It is the junior officers in the military that usually carried out the coup. It is the junior officers. So these junior officers do not have the finance to carry out. So they have to involve civilians who has the money to finance them, because to carry out coup, you need finance. So if there's any, if Timmy Praise Silva is being accused allegedly, now he's on the wrong, that yes, he's on the wrong, even if he want to debunk that he's not aware, he's not involved, this and this and that. If not Timmy Praise Silva, another civilian is involved, if at all, a coup, they did plan or they failed. So that is just it. So they need civilian who has money to finance them. And military officers, the senior officers, they are not the one who usually carry out this coup. That is a problem why maybe they did not succeed. So only God knows what would have been happening now if they are succeeded taking over. So for me, if they have taken over, I just think it's just for them to show Tinubu that he's not the only one who is stubborn or who is politically strategic to destabilize opposition. They just wanted to also shake him, as in shake and small, give him a run of his money. Do you understand? So if they have succeeded, nobody is wishing military to take over a country. So we don't pass that. And for any country you see military is wanting to take over, is because the country has failed. The thing is, why did the military not take over during Obasanjo? It was good. Military did not take over during the late Yaradua, right? During the time of Goodluck Jonathan, why did the military not take over? No, there was no reason for them to take over, because the country was good and everything was good at that time. Even if 8 years of Buhari's recklessness in government, everybody complained was not good enough, it was still good, far better than Tinubu's government today. So military there was no attempt that military wanted to take over. No. But any country, go and check other countries now, reasons of military taking over. Is it because the government was good that the military decided to take over? No, because the government has failed in the country, complaint upon complaint, no progress, slow progress in the country. So the military decided to take over to help situations. Now, how many countries now? And then this problem now, Nigeria would have joined the list. And even if now that the military, the coup failed, the problems still continue. Do you understand? I think what they wanted to do is, if they have succeeded in 2027, they will allow other set of people to contest election freely, whoever wins the election, so that Tinubu will not just be in the picture. That's what I think they wanted to do. I don't think they wanted to just take over and just want military to continue in this era. No, that's the only way. They just wanted Tinubu to go out of the picture in contesting election in 2027. Do you understand? So yeah, now all the Africa countries, military is taking over, problem upon problem, just because of failure of leadership. Now it's slowly coming down. Now it's in Cameroon. See what is happening in Cameroon. See Tanzania, see Madagascar. So if you check the history now, you check all these countries, is failure of leadership. Do you understand? So that is just it. And talking about the issue of Sowore versus Nnamdi Kanu in court, all those things. Yes, every day one, Barrister Darlington said it before, said there was no need for this. And if Nnamdi Kanu, the protest has succeeded, Nnamdi Kanu were able to come out of that prison that day, that's me. The protests are successful and everything went well. That's it. You see, the kind of protest that I was expecting, that is going to bring Nnamdi Kanu out of that detention prison yard that day, is the kind of protest when you don't have to look back. You don't have to look back. You go to the prison yard, open the door for Nnamdi Kanu. You don't have to wait for DSS or president to make order to release him. When the power, the momentum, the force of the youth or the protesters, they go straight. If the military, the security cannot resist it, if at all Nigerians are ready. So that's the kind of protest I was expecting, whereby not just for you to come and say something and expect because you say on the road to say this, to say that. I'm expecting president to go, force him to go and release him. We need to force him, right, by going to that prison, open the door, forcefully open the door, allow him to come out. Possibly, if there's any other person, just allow him to come out. That's what I was expecting. That's all. Say you just want to protest, then ask him to go, and they won't do that. Now then, it has increased the problem. That's the reason why I'm not saying they didn't try. Yeah, they did very well, but how far? You know, I also said it the last time. Can this protest get Nnamdi Kanu out of detention? Yes or no? Or is it going to be a problem after protest? What are we saying today? No one. We are still hoping that we know Nnamdi Kanu does not have any case. It's just that people do not want him out. So we are talking. Anyways, what do you think? Please share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.